Hi everyone and welcome back to Oodalali Disney Crafts and Fun. My name is Lindsay and in today's video this is going to be a collab video with Amber of the Most Magical 5 and Lydia from Vintage Nectarines. And Amber came up with this really cool idea. It's a Disney Roulette Craft challenge. You use random number generator and you use it 3 times, where with every number that you get you match it up to a specific number in each category. So the categories are craft, character, and challenge. So for me, my numbers were 10, 7, and 7. So you'll find out what those numbers ended up meaning to be. But it was a really cool idea and it was definitely a challenge. For my particular numbers, I had to create something with solely Dollar Tree items. I did cheat a little bit and had a couple items thrown in that weren't Dollar Tree, but for the most part the craft is made out of Dollar Tree items. And it was a craft that I was already intending to create, not using Dollar Tree items, but it was kind of cool how it worked out because I ended up making this craft and it pushed me a little bit further than I probably wouldn't have gone. I probably wouldn't have thought of this had I not done this challenge. So I just think that's really cool to be able to push your creative limits as much as possible. So what I ended up creating is my very own notebook. So I was lucky enough to get Pixar as my character, and we just had to choose one character out of Pixar. And for me, if you've been watching my videos, I think you know that Remy from Ratatouille is my favorite character in all of Pixar. And he's pretty high up on my list in general when it comes to Disney characters. So I was thinking about, okay, well, there's a cookbook in Ratatouille and I would love to be able to recreate something like that. It was something that I was already intending to do, as I mentioned. So this is what the finished product looks like. And I am so incredibly proud of it. It has been a week's worth labor of love. It was trial and error literally because I didn't have anything planned, sketched out. I'm just like, okay, I went to Dollar Tree, picked up items that I knew I wanted to incorporate into the craft and kind of went from there. So it was being created as I was messing around with the items. And to be honest, this thing was ripped apart, put together again, ripped apart, put together again so many times. And the finished product is exactly how I envisioned it. Super happy with it. I just love it. I even went and did the spine as well. I did go ahead and print these out. Majority of these items are from Dollar Tree and I am so incredibly proud of it. I even made a little tassel. Ribbons and the pearls are from Dollar Tree, with the exception of this Eiffel Tower charm, which is from Michael's. But I absolutely love it. I made my own little notebook and I even use the lined paper that you can get at Dollar Tree as well. It was just a really fun project, and I even included some little pictures, but also a ratatouille recipe, how to make ratatouille, just to kind of keep with the theme. And then I put this little tie here so that when I have it shut, it closes nicely. But I love it so much. It's so perfect, and for Dollar Tree items, I am proud of it. I have to say I am very proud of this one because it was not easy. There were a couple items that I did use in this project where I let you know this just didn't work, and a few of them was like the Crayola paint. Fabric paints were just so. Even down to the glitter paper, I had some issues using this. So I love Dollar Tree items, but you know, you find out as you go what are hits and what are misses. So this was just kind of one of those experiences for me, but ultimately love how it turned out. So if you want to see how I created this beautiful notebook, then just keep watching. All right, so the 3 requirements for this specific craft was that number 1, I would need to purchase all of my items from Dollar Tree. Number 2, the character has to be from Pixar. And number 3, I had to incorporate an element of black or white into the project. My favorite Pixar character is Remy from Ratatouille. And then I was thinking, okay, well, there is a cookbook in Ratatouille, and I do have in my stash currently, it's a notebook here called Anyone Can Cook, and it just has lined pages in here. And so I kind of wanted to recreate something like this using Dollar Tree items. So it's a little bit of a challenge just because this was a project that I was going to be doing anyways, and I had already items in my stash, but I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and challenge myself and see what I can come up with using strictly Dollar Tree items. So I purchased a few things. I don't really have this whole thing planned out, to be honest with you. I am just gonna fly by the seat of my pants and see what happens. I picked up a binder. I picked up some adhesive cork sheets, which I also used in my DIY Disney ear tutorial, so you can go ahead and check that video out down below. I love these. For $1, these are actually not that bad. In terms of quality. The adhesive backing is actually really sticky. I always like to double the amount of adhesive on a project just to make sure, but I have to say that even before applying extra adhesive onto here, this was already really sticky. So I was really impressed. So I picked up quite a few sheets of those. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 sheets of the cork sheets. I got some lined paper. And I got this cutlery set because I wanted to use the spoons and paint them kind of like this bronzy color here, this coppery bronzy color. And then I picked up this ribbon. I know it's black and white, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep them as such. I'm not sure. So I have an idea, but I haven't really fleshed out all the details. So, and then I got some duct tape. And I also got white 3D fabric paint. I also picked up this. It's a little bit longer than what I wanted, but it was the exact shape that I needed. Just kind of going off of this, it's the exact shape. So I don't know if maybe I could just cover this up. I guess we will see how this comes to life. And I'm also going to use this foam board from Dollar Tree. It's a rather large piece of foam board, and I'm going to go ahead and use this on the project, and you'll see how I want to use this. Along with the 2 paints, the blue and the white paint that I got when I was at Dollar Tree, I was just picking up items that would give me options in case I didn't want to go with option A or option B. So along with the paints, I also came across these glitter papers by the brand Jot, also from Dollar Tree. And I wanted to pick up colors that are very similar to what is on the actual cookbook that is in the movie itself. So I found these beautiful blue colors. So along with these ribbons, I also picked up this thinner ribbon, which I think out of looking at this now, I think we'll be going with the thinner one, just because I would love to create a ribbon that sticks out of my own notebook, because essentially that's what I'm making. I'm making my own Anyone Can Cook notebook. So I would love to make a ribbon with some charms on it and have that stick out of my actual notebook. So I got these ribbons. All right, so I do have my cutting mat on my board. What I'm thinking is I am just going to cut on either side of this because I want to keep this intact. I have my utility knife. So I'm just gonna cut straight down this lining here. And I'm trying not to cut into the cardboard. So I'm trying to go as slow as possible. So I might save this and then just cut off this back part. So we'll see if I can salvage that. Now I'm going to go into the other side here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to also remove the cardboard from this. So to make the individual squares, I found this really cool glitter paper in these 3 beautiful colors. I'm using this stamp that is the fleur-de-lis. So I was cheating a little bit, but I needed a fleur-de-lis stamp for this project. And I already had it in my stash just because, again, this is a project that I was going to be doing not using Dollar Tree items, but I'm kind of glad that I'm doing the Dollar Tree items because it's really pushing me to really kind of think outside the box of what I was originally intending to do. I removed the back. I applied it onto a clear block so I can actually see when I have my squares cut out to be able to stamp and know exactly where I'm stamping. Come to think of it, I don't know how well these will take ink, but I will be using the fabric white paint that I got, and I don't really have blue. We'll see what happens. All right guys, so that is it for today's video. So for this video, I'm going to go ahead and tag Lena from the Hall Family Adventures. And if anybody wants to join, feel free to join in. Amber, Lydia, and I would love to be able to see what you all come up with. Everybody is going to get a different style, craft, challenge, character. So that's a fun part because everybody's craft is gonna be completely different. So anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell for future Disney content to come. And I will see you all in my next video. Take care. Bye.